Or instead of the copy machine, office space.
Yeah.
Can we do these chairs and just beat the crap out of them?
Yes. Shoot them, blow them up.
Nope. We can save them for our next office, where we will also need chairs.
And we are live!
What is poppin', Internet? It is so good to see you. Hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Hello, TikTok. Hello, MySpace. Wait. We don't do that anymore, right?
No, hey, if we need to go live on MySpace, I will find a way.
Tom, hit me up. We need to go live on MySpace. I don't know if you still do that. I don't even know if... Could you ever go live on MySpace?
MySpace is still around.
Is it really?
Justin Timberlake purchased MySpace.
Dude, you know what we should do?
He was trying to bring sexy back because MySpace was sexy.
It was at one point. You know what we should do? We should create a secret MySpace group where all of our deals, like all of our like awesome discount codes and everything drop to. And so like that way no one knows about it unless they know. If you guys think we should create a secret MySpace, throw it in the comment section right now.
Wait, not only that, if you get in that secret MySpace, we might add you to our top 8.
MySpace looks weird.
Shoot. Does it?
I'm on it.
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
Is there like, can you still customize your profile? I had like a gangster SpongeBob as my MySpace profile.
I don't know.
It was so awesome, dude.
Play music?
Oh, yeah, you would go to the page, it would play music. What a great time, seriously. So as always, guys, welcome to the Refuge HQ Livestream, our weekly live stream, where you guys get to sit down with us and ask us questions. We have the whole team available to you right now. Everybody's in different positions, doing their job. I'm sitting in front of the camera, but I can act as conduit to all of these amazing individuals on our team. So, couple of quick rules. If you're mean, we're probably going to put you in a corner. If you're super mean, we're probably going to kick you out. Just going to let you know, right? So, you know, I wouldn't talk crap on you in your house. Don't do it to me in my house. This is, however, an opportunity to ask any questions that are on the top of your mind, to challenge us at all. It's a transparency time. So you get to give us feedback or ask questions, and we're going to give it back to you as best that we can. Question.
What is your beverage you're drinking?
What is the beverage I'm drinking? So this is a Jocko Go. This is an amazing American-made energy drink that's actually healthy and not garbage for you. Our friends at Jocko Fuel, shout out to Jocko Fuel, send us these bad mama jammas so that way we can stay energized to do all the crazy stuff that we do. The live stream is sponsored by Jocko Fuel. So we're running on Jocko Milk, Jocko Go, some Jocko creatine today, me personally, and a bunch of other good supplements.
You know something, Bob? It is funny that with all those Jocko products, how hydrated that you're staying.
Dude, you gotta stay hydrated. That's
gotta stay hydrated.
You gotta stay hydrated. That's a number one right there.
Oh, you gotta keep stuff on you to keep hydrated.
Yeah, you gotta like maybe carry a hydration pack or something.
Hey, something like that.
Can y'all stop? You're not supposed to be saying those things right now.
What to keep hydrated? It's hot outside.
We would never release a specialty hydration pack here in the next week or two. So that would never happen.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that would be obscene. Why would we want you guys to have
We're just talking about perspiration,
right,
and replenishing
our own
your
struggles.
Electrolytes, your internal salts, and different things like that.
Also, yeah. We would never give you guys access to products that, you know, aren't on the market yet. So don't worry about that. Dud's just having a moment over there. If you guys have questions, feel free to throw them in the chat below. All of you have your own respective chats or live stream or comment section or whatever it is. This is a great opportunity. We have multiple moderators that are going to be working the chat. Go ahead, throw your questions in all caps. Throw your comments in whatever format you want to throw them in. I don't care. It's kind of your deal. So, we always have our question that goes out in the newsletter. So if you saw the question on the newsletter, I have a beautiful soft tea tourniquet going out to the person who gets it right first. And so I'm not going to say the question, but there are 3 answers that we're looking for. So if you saw it in the newsletter and you want to win a free soft tea tourniquet, go ahead and throw it in the comment section below. And everybody's watching.
Yep,
We're watching. Oh my gosh, I love it. Some weeks we give away full kits. Some weeks we give away small stuff. Some weeks we don't give away anything. So this is kind of one of those things you got to stay up on because we've given away like thousands of dollars of merch so far. What you got?
2 questions.
2 questions.
We sell Quick Plunk and somebody wants to know what Jocko is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. So 100% we sell Quick Clot. We sell both Quick Clot rolled and Quick Clot combat gauze, which is a Z fold. It's a different format. So go to the store, check it out. If you have any questions, hit the chat. We have like a little chat on our website. Heath watches that chat like, you know, a baby eagle watches the sun. And he's just on top of it.
Yeah.
So you can ask him any questions and he'll be there for you. And then with the Jocko, what is the deal with Jocko? Jocko is an all-natural supplement company. Jocko Willink is who started it. That's what the brand is. And it's just healthy. It's good for you. It's a better alternative than some of these poisonous energy drinks.
Hey, Bob, I got to get up on the mic for this one because we got to answer. Hideous Sun Demon.
What?
Got the answer right
Holy smoke.
on YouTube.
What a name. Hideous Sun
He's
Demon.
already won.
Yeah.
What? I'm
Don't
telling
be
you,
a-
they're ready.
Yeah, dude, don't be a hideous sun demon. Yeah, don't do that. That's not gonna play well for you at the end of it. Yeah, that'll go well until it doesn't, and then it'll go really not well.
So, Hideous Sun Demon got it.
Yeah, hideous sun demon. So go ahead and email over to admin at Refuge Medical and get us your shipping address, so that way we can send out that free soft tea tourniquet to you.
Over on Facebook, Project Tribute Foundation
What
said,
up?
read through Jocko's extreme ownership and a dichotomy of leadership. Amazing material.
Yeah, so it's actually required reading for employment for us is extreme ownership. I don't know if you can see it right there. So for you to be employed here in the first 3 months, you have to have read and then confirmed the reading of extreme ownership with your subordinate leadership. And so we have one person right now, Young Football. He is reading extreme ownership, and I get a text update every single night of a little synopsis of what he read and why it was important. And that's super helpful. And I've actually seen his ownership improve. He's now carrying more stuff on him every day. He's taking more ownership in his day-to-day actions, and it's really awesome because he's just applying what he's learning. The Dichotomy of Leadership, which is Leif Babbitt and then also Jocko, who wrote that. Awesome book. Those guys started a company called Echelon Front. Echelon Front is a leadership company, and so all it does is it focuses on like leadership training, as well as like improving management. And so they'll go into companies, corporations, organizations, and they'll basically take the leaders and say, hey, you're struggling with this problem. How can we help? And they diagnose it, and they get down to the root of the problem. They fix it, and then they continue to help you through that process, which is really awesome.
Speaking of that, he didn't remember football, which is my son, that I got him two of Jocko's kids' books that are out there and had him read that many years ago. So
Yeah.
now he's getting the adult version and getting pretty good information on top of that.
That's right. This is football right here. Everybody say hi, football. This is our newest edition. He is the man with the plan. He's
I don't think
currently
they can see you on Instagram. Get closer.
get closer.
Hi.
Get closer.
you
Get
go.
up in
I'm
there.
football.
Yeah. So he looks nothing like Dudley at all. I'm just kidding. They're twins. Like they literally look exactly alike. Just football has hair.
I love extreme ownership.
Hey, Jadis is okay on
Nope,
Instagram.
Just Jadis, okay.
Jadis okay. Well, you live in okay now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is okay and okay.
No,
That's right.
Nice.
Nice. Heck yeah. So that's football. And he is currently running our small build station. So if you're getting a kit right now and it has like a trauma pack or a Band-Aid bag or anything, there's a 75% chance that football is actually the one that assembled that for you guys. So that's really cool context for you. You actually get to see who builds your kits. It's not some random person in another country that will never have a name to you. That's football or Jadis. What you got?
Where it just popped up about the splinters. CB, Shalom, sisters and brothers. Can you talk about the 3 different splinters?
Are you talking about splint, like a splinter on your finger, like in your finger?
I
Are
don't
you talking about
know.
splints?
I need more
There's
context.
a lot
on
more
that.
than 3 different splints. Like we currently carry the SAM splint, the Rise Traction splint, and then what's the other one? I don't think we carry that one anymore, so don't worry about that. We carry the Rise and the SAM. Those 2 splints are really great. The Rise packs down a little bit smaller. However, it does have buttons on it, and it's not as like easy to use, so you kind of got to understand it. The SAM splint is just a malleable piece where you can form it to whatever, whether it's your arm or ankle or whatever it may be, and that way you can do your compression wrap after the immobilization.
Splint OPS.
Splint,
We got to answer over there. Come on down, Christina.
splint ops?
You got another question?
Yep.
Or answer?
No, question.
Oh, okay.
All right, send it.
Somebody wants to know, do you think I should carry Quick Clot and a tourniquet?
So actually, I talk about this all the time. I've been I've been challenging my whole team. So the number one cause of death that's preventable in the U.S. is massive bleeding. And so we made this shirt, carry an effing tourniquet. We talk about it all the time. But you have a lot of part of your body in junctional spaces that a tourniquet would not work on. But you could still have a massive bleed and potentially lose life. So we've been pushing super hard on everyone here to carry some sort of compressed gauze. It doesn't necessarily have to be Quick Clot. So here's something that is a misperception, or maybe it's just kind of not communicated properly in the industry. So if you have Quick Clot gauze and then you have a non-hemostatic compressed gauze, right? So just compressed gauze. Those two, if you're wound packing correctly, have about the same percentage likelihood of working. Now, the reason that a hemostatic filled gauze is better is it accounts for margin of error. So if you weren't keeping pressure the whole time, or maybe you didn't wound pack tight enough, that hemostatic allows for the clotting to then take place, versus if you were using a non-hemostatic, you gotta use that pressure properly. So I definitely recommend that you carry some sort of compressed gauze, whether it's, Quick Clot or Celox or whatever it may be. That's definitely something important. And what the best way to do it is honestly a slip kit. This bad mamma jamma right here in the back pocket or in the cargo pocket. You have combat gauze right here. You have an emergency trauma dressing. Then you also have your Halo chest seals, duct tape in the middle, and gloves. So this is like a little blowout kit, and that's the size of Quick Clot. So if you just create that much more real estate in your EDC, you've now expanded your capability through the March algorithm, which is huge, right? You're not going to get your shock blanket and stuff like that, but still, you're, injury to the pleural space, massive bleeding. Your MA, for the most part, is going to be really heavily covered, which is just awesome. So yeah, that's a great question, by the way, guys. Somebody said, what Jocko kids book? Tell me more, please. Yeah, so there's a couple of different jiu-jitsu and leadership kids books that Jocko does. Feel free to look it up on the internet. Just type in Jocko kids book and it'll come up. And if it doesn't, dude, what the heck? Somebody said, where is Britt? Where's Britt?
Over here.
There she is.
Holding the baby.
Yeah, so Squatch Survival said, actually carry 2 tourniquets. 1 is none, 2 is 1. I completely agree. I carry 1 on my person and then 1 on my bag, which I'm usually about 15 feet away from at any point. What do you got over there, Lauren?
What is the lifespan on the Quick Clot gauze? And I'm going to tag on somebody else's question. Somebody else asked, is expired medical equipment better than no medical equipment? Absolutely.
Yeah, so there's 2 things with this. What's the expiration date on Quick Clot? Really depends on when was the Quick Clot made. So the more recently that you bought it, the longer it's going to have. And you can pull, there's so many different types of hemostatics that for me to say 3 years is going to be extremely inaccurate. So what I recommend is you look at your hemostatic and what is the shelf life for it. Now, something we need to understand in terms of medical components, a lot of medical components have NSN numbers, right, which is national stock number. And that NSN number is what allows the military or the government or any government to purchase that product, right? It's a national stock number. Now, if you assign a national stock number to anything, there has to be an expiration date. So even though this table doesn't expire, there's going to be an expiration date if it has an NSN. I know it's foolish, but it's the system in which that we've developed and we have to exist in it. So do a little bit of research into why your expiration date is the way it is. A lot of times, on tourniquets, they tried to factor in UV exposure and weather exposure and fluctuation in temperatures to see what would weaken the nylon and what would weaken the Kevlar belt. All of this is great information that I just fervently just push you guys to go and research, become knowledge pools for every single person. Something that we're trying to do at Refuge is just be a resource for you, the end consumer, for information and an ability to ask questions and all that stuff. I hope that helps. I know that it's not a cut black and white answer, but something you got to understand is inside of the TACMed space, there's a lot of gray. Not everything is black and white. You got?
You want me to jump in on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, hello, everyone.
This is Phelps. He's one of our lead instructors over here for Refuge Training. He's awesome.
That way. So, also, having military background, so like familiar with this, that date sometimes just means it needs to be inspected.
Yep.
Right. So for Quick Lock, as a perfect example, if it's a date and you look at it, it's like, oh, that was last month. Is the package still sealed?
Yep.
Because like if it's puffed out and it's not vacuum sealed anymore, then maybe it's not good.
That's a good question.
Right?
That's a good point.
Or hey, what's the expiration date on my tourniquet? Right. I'm gonna look at it. Hey, is the glue still sticking? Is the stitching still good? Is the the hook and loop still securing well?
Yep.
So it's partially an expiration date. It's more so to be inspected, and different products have different codes where they have to be inspected or thrown out based on what that code is for the NSN.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much for that insight. Yeah. And Phelps, he's got some pretty extensive military background, so he's speaking to that with all of the prior experience. What's the kid of the week this week? What are we talking about?
Kid of the week is something for you to travel with.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you, dog. Boom. Okay. So I'm actually super pumped about this. I'm going to buy one of these. And you heard that right. I'm going to buy one of these. So this is the Travel Arc. So you guys have seen the Arc Advanced Rip-Away Kit. This is a super awesome bag. And what they did is they actually built the components around an MVA, right? So motor vehicle accident. And the whole idea is this is designed, you're traveling, right? And so if you want to keep something in your car, this is the bad mamma jamma right here. It's got everything down to eye wash. It's got some boo-boo, like a pretty good amount of boo-boo capability, as well as it's got your trauma capability still. And it just hangs on the back of the headrest. You can mount it on a bunch of different vehicles. You can put this on a skid steer, on a forklift, in an excavator, in your truck, in your car, in your minivan. It doesn't matter. If you're traveling, you should really think about having one of these, just because there's so many times on that road trip that like little Susie, is sniffly or is, or you have a headache because they won't stop screaming in the back, or, Billy Joe, took his toy and slashed his sister's arm, and now you got like a little cut and you got to bandage it up, make him feel better. If you have all these components right there on the headrest, now you don't have to pull over into the truck stop and go inside and get the Band-Aids and get the things, or search through the luggage and then like, oh, where is the medical kit? Oh, I don't have any more Band-Aids in my purse. All these things, like everybody's been through them, right? Why not keep all your stuff centrally located in a first aid kit right on the back of the headrest? That way, if it was an emergency, yes, absolutely, you can access it right there, but also you know where your stuff is. It comes with an exam pen light too, so you can use this for a lot of different things. This is a really comprehensive kit. It's one of my favorites, to be honest. I'm pretty pumped about this guy. So yeah, grab the Travel Arc. We're doing a pre-order right now because we have more bags coming in that we've kind of specifically built for this. It's got a little bit wider bottom, so that way it closes and it's just a better shape. We want a good shape out of every single kit. So we don't want any pop cans of biscuits or anything. So this is a freaking awesome kit. I highly recommend that you guys go grab that, because we have free shipping right now, don't we?
I believe we do.
We have free shipping?
Yes, we do.
And there's no minimum, right?
No.
Britt, is there a minimum on the shipping? No. So yeah, I grab it now while it's free shipping. We're trying to do free shipping to give you guys more capability in getting this stuff. We know how hard it is. We know how the dollar is going less and less and less distance every single day. So something we're actively doing here at Refuge is try to give you guys the ability to stretch it a little bit further, right? So we're going to take the hit on shipping right now. That's fine. We've owned it. We know that. And it's a decision to make sure you guys have the stuff you need, right? We're taking the loss so that you have it. Now take advantage of it, right? Don't let this, just be squandered. What you got, Dud?
Tennessee Tony on Instagram asks, what's a small kit in plastic on the shelf behind you?
Yeah.
There are multiple.
Yeah, so I showed the slit kit. This Mamma Jamma right here, this is skinnier than my wallet. All right, and Heath actually went through last week and reorganized how this thing is packed, because he carries it every day, to make it pack smaller. So this is the type of innovation that we're doing. We use this stuff. We're like, man, you know what make this better? This. And then we make it better rather than like going through and making a new product and selling you the same stuff for a higher amount. No, we just made it better, didn't tell anybody, it wasn't a big deal. And so this slit kit right here, it comes with Combat Z-Fold gauze, which is hemostatic impregnated. And then you have your forward compression bandage, which is basically a 4-inch ETD. You have your Halo chest seal, then you have duct tape through the middle and the back, and you have your gloves. You pair this with a tourniquet. That right there gives you more capability than 93% of Americans. Like, you are set, dude. So I highly recommend that you guys start carrying this. We actually moved to the bag. It was in a 3 mil plastic. We changed it up to a 5
mil.
5 mil plastic. It's a little bit more durable. The vacuum seal stays better. It's thicker, so it won't rip easily or anything like that. That way it travels well in your pocket. We just want to give you guys the best product possible. Then we have the bleeding control kit, or bleeding prevention kit. And this bad mama jammer right here is awesome. This is a full blowout kit. You could take this and throw it to somebody. I love to keep a couple of these on me, just like if there was a mask has or if there was an accident or something like that. I can take this, I can throw it to Heath and say, hey, boom, right? And now he has a full trauma kit capability right here in his hands, right? Rather than handing him my IFAC and everything like that. And then finally, we highlighted this last week. This is awesome. This is the desk kit. And so Faux worked pretty dang hard to design this kit so that it fits perfectly inside a file folder and can sit in your desk, and it can be inconspicuous, right? A lot of times in schools and in offices and in churches, they don't want to seem scared or, overreactive or anything like that. And so, a little bit of discretion goes a long way. And having the ability to carry your first aid kit inside of a file folder or put it in your desk, right, inside of the first file folder or the only red one, right, that would be a great SOP. Now you have the full capability of a March E capable first aid kit, which is just awesome. I mean, this sucker has Gen 7 CAT, SWAT T, S-Mark. So those are 2 child tourniquets right there. So this is awesome right there. So SWAT T, S-Mark, 2 compressed gauze, Shears, gloves, survival blanket, flat duct tape, chest seals, gauze, medical tape, 4-inch ETD. And then it's got, the organization and and how to reorder and everything on there. So super awesome kits right here that are affordable.
You keep bringing them up. Hey, Heath, come here.
I hear a Heath. Oh, no way. Are we doing this?
We are doing this.
Okay,
Check this
cool.
out. This is a box.
This is a box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
It's not what's in it.
It's not
It's
flammable
what's
gas either.
going in it.
Yeah, so we're not selling gasoline, but we've actually had kind of a learning process through this.
Yeah.
We didn't know that we had to do this. So if you ship a lighter, you have to go through all of these like specialty trade things and all these shipping regulations. And so that was a cool learning experience for
sure.
everybody involved.
Absolutely.
But now we
By
put
cool, you mean super fun.
yes, it was so fun and everybody had a great time.
So fun.
Shout out to the doc who's in the shipping department right now for figuring all that stuff out. He is
Shipping goon.
shipping goon. He's my guy. So yeah, we want to show you guys this. This is product number 11 of 250 of the authenticated kits, as well as it comes with your handout right here. It's got a really cool video link. I'm not going to show you what it is. You got to go get the kit to get the video link.
Yep.
And then we have our 11th Origin Western FAC going out right now. So
And that's in Highland.
this is in Highland right here, so it's the little bit lighter Raptor camo. It is super duper sexy. We built every single one of these by hand. We've inspected every single one, and I'm not gonna dig into it.
Go ahead.
No.
Okay.
I want to keep you guessing. So this is our first survival first aid kit. So this gives you survival capability as well as the medical capability. So you're going to have water filtration, fire starting, all American built, okay? So this is a really big deal. If you guys haven't gotten in on the Origin kits, you need to. They're awesome. This fabric is designed, innovated, printed, manufactured here in the U.S. We're not cutting any corners, right? So that's a really, really big deal that we're focusing this hard on new camo patterns in the U.S. So shout out to this. Thank you so much to the lovely person whose name I won't say on the internet that bought this. I hope that you love kit number 11. I hope it treats you well. And I honestly hope you never have to use it unless it's for the fire starter or for the water filtration.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise I'd be hoping you'd be getting injured, which would be no bueno.
How cool would it be to literally open your box and be like, number 1? Your certificate says number 1.
Yeah, I don't know who's getting number 1, but we won't talk about it on the air. I don't know. I honestly don't know who's getting number 1.
Well, some person is getting number 11.
Some person is getting number 11.
And
That
you
is
might
for
be
sure.
watching right now.
Hopefully you are. So
Hey, you were talking about American manufacturing. Enlisted Prepper is saying, talk to me about Shears. Why are the prices all over the place from $5.99 to $40?
Yeah.
And Tommy Salter said there are some that sell close to $80 and more.
Yep. So shears are an interesting thing. A lot of people think that shears are a throwaway item, but shears are one of the most versatile and highly utilized pieces of kit. So you have your poorly manufactured shears that don't have good rivets, that don't have good retention, that the grommet inside of it doesn't have good tension on it. Those are like your $4.99, $5.99 pairs of shears. Every now and then you could run into maybe a halfway decent shear at about $10, right? Now, with your shears, you also want to have some different capabilities. So one of the things that we really like is the fact that this corner right here, this isn't rolled, this is pressed. And so this is still a flat edge. So if you were to take a flint, right, to start a fire, you can start a fire with our shears. There's a lot of shears that roll their metal because it's a little bit cheaper, a little bit faster, and then you can't do that. Something else to think about is this right here is an oxygen key, right? And so this allows you to turn on the oxygen in an oxygen tank. Well, a lot of shears don't have that. And so when you start to add these kind of like multi-capable functions inside of a shear, that's when your price goes up. And then you have the actual manufacturing process itself, right? Is it being manufactured near shore versus offshore versus onshore? So is it either in the US, is it Canada, Mexico, or is it Asia, Europe, right? And so there's a lot of different shears that are made in Germany. There's a lot of different shears that are made in China. There's not shears that are made in the U.S. We are actively working to be the first ones. We're on our 6th iteration, and what I am seeing right now, what I understand, our struggle is right here. Right here. This right here has been our failure point, and we've gotten them to break when we're doing fire starting. And so we don't want this shear to be able to break under anything. I want to be able to take this and bend it, right? I don't want this to shatter or anything like that. I want to be able to truss this handle and beat the crap out of it and it not break, right? Now, we've gotten shears to shatter, fail, and so then if you're running around and it's like you're landing on it, you're laying on it, you're sitting on it, over time, that's going to weaken and break. So then you get into the higher end shears, right, which are your foldable, deployable shears, right? So this is through SOG. SOG makes this, and that is where we get into kind of like a multi-tool, right? So this has a couple of different functions inside of it. So it's got your seatbelt cutter. This also has a ruler on the blade, which I really like. This also has an oxygen key. The oxygen key for this one is on right here. So that right there, this space can operate as an oxygen key. You can turn it like so. Then it also has over here, I don't know how to unlock. There it is. So it has like a Phillips head screwdriver and a couple like multi-tool stuff, a little bad saw, a flathead screwdriver, and another little knife. So these shears have the multifunction. And then you have the Leatherman Raptors, which are these guys right here, which are a little bit more sturdy than the SOG, but they don't have as much capability. These ones still have the seatbelt cutter, which you gotta love, right? Which is right there, but it doesn't have the multi-tool capability, as well as I've seen a couple, and this one does it too, of the Leatherman be a little bit loose on the rivet. Yeah, so it's I don't know if it's a Loctite issue or what it is, or if it's just like maybe they should have gone with a fine thread opposed to a coarse thread on the nut. All of these things matter when you're developing shears. And so when we're having this conversation, you have to understand, like, do you know where you're buying these things from and the reason for purchase, right? This one also has a window break. Does yours have a window break? Yeah, that's a window break.
Mine also has a ring cutter.
It does?
Yeah.
Huh.
Does work. I've used it.
Yep.
Is that what this is here?
On very top.
No. Right. So open a little bit. Right there.
Oh.
And Cap has used it many
So
times at
she,
fire station.
right here in this space, you could cut that ring. That is pretty nifty
So
right
I
there.
actually, we have a gentleman on TikTok, first time seeing us. Woohoo!
What up, buddy?
He's
What's
a
his name?
Paramedic Colin Rogers.
Colin Rogers. Thanks for stopping by.
Paramedic in Louisiana. He said raptors are his favorite. Wants
That's
to
these
know
guys.
what we do here.
Yeah.
And on that note, tying into it,
Skipper has a 3-day backpack he takes with him everywhere, and he spends time on the range and riding motorcycles. What kit do you recommend?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Colin, what we do here is TACMed. That's our focus. So, kitting and training and innovation. So, we focus on the TACMed space, predominantly trying to get civilians or maybe not trained individuals more trained up, more plussed up in being able to render aid through the Marchi algorithm and stepping outside just the Stop the Bleed program, as amazing as that is, and adding to it, right? So for us, we also build and innovate first aid kits with all of the industry partners. So we're working with North American Rescue, TACMed Solutions, Integrated Medcraft, all these big names, Halo, SAM, you name it, we're friends with them, we're hanging out, we're kicking it, we're doing the things. And what we aim to do is put these components and kitting capabilities in front of industry-leading professionals, subject matter experts, all the way from an 18 Delta down to pararescuemen, down to search and rescue, to firefighters, to Leos, you name it, and ask them and work with them to innovate the best kits for you guys, the end user. Because if it works in, the beaches of Normandy, it should be able to work for mom on the way to school, right? And so that's really what we do. And then for the person who asked about like backpacking, survival, wilderness, all that stuff, and he goes out there, it's really a question as to whether you're doing it for, like, are you alone most of the time or are you with someone most of the time? Because that's going to depend on how much capability you need. Now, if you're traveling with people a lot of the time, that's where I'm going to start to recommend like maybe a Bearfac or an adventure kit, something with a little bit further capability. The Bearfac is great because you can molly it to a pack, right? So you can, where's the Bearfac at? We got one right here. The Bear Min would also be a good option, right? So this is a little bit smaller and has some more boo-boo capability. This has some more trauma capability, right? So what do you think you're going to need more? Do you think you're going to need more boo-boo or more trauma? So you can molly it to a backpack, to a pack, or something like that super easily. And then all you have to do, you don't have to unmolly it, right? You just lift the top, pull your red tab, and now you have your deployable inner, right? Where you can look and you have everything laid out for you, right? And you can open it one-handed too. That's the whole design is I can take it, open it one-handed, no big deal. And the whole thing for us is we want to ask those questions. We want to have those answers for you. We also have a quiz on our website, like what kit would be best for you. Put a lot of time into the algorithm there. So feel free to take that quiz, and that's going to point you in the right direction. The adventure kit is a little bit bigger. Comes in a bunch of different colors. And this is what I recommend for families, right? This is a great comprehensive family first aid kit. This is everything from boo-boos to bullets is in this kit. Brakes, sprains, OTC meds, all these things, boom, in this kit, ready, packaged for you. So feel free to take a look on the website, do the little quiz. And if you're still curious or you're still wondering, give the store a call. Like, we pay people to answer the phone for you. We do. We love to talk to you guys. You're awesome. Shoot us an email. Hit the chat with any of your questions, and we're here for you. We got your back 110%. We want you to make the right decision. So getting a little bit of more context moving forward would be great. Awesome. That was a great question, too, by the way. And thanks so much, Colin, for stopping by for the first time. We freaking love you, dude. Like, seriously, I mean, especially if you're out there paramedicing it. That was hard.
Words.
That was hard, dude. I tried my best. I really gave her the old college try. Yeah, guys, as always, don't forget, we still have our media challenge coming right now. So there's a great opportunity for you guys to be entered in to win a $250 gift card to the store, as well as a personalized video. Send in any pictures or videos of you with your kit to media@refugemedical.com. And they will take that, and we're compiling all that, and we're sharing it. And it's so powerful to see how you guys are using those and to see them out there in the wilderness. We've seen moms with their kids. We've seen operators. We've seen law enforcement officers. We've seen equipment professionals. We've seen construction workers. It's so cool to see how these kits are being utilized day to day. What you got?
Yesterday when I was checking the email, I got another life rendered, or aid rendered.
Aid rendered.
On our second chicken.
Dude.
They saved the life of a chicken with Quick Clot. No joke.
Dude, could you imagine using $40 Quick Clot to save a $10
No,
chicken.
I have 81 chickens, and I will not use Quick Clot on my chickens.
Yeah, my
Don't
chicken.
make her feel bad about
No,
it.
I think it's awesome that you love your chickens to render aid. Like, that's just not how I run chickens at my house. I mean, I'm very emotionally unattached to my chickens. That being said, I do have a turkey that I've been fighting to keep alive. So, I mean, I can't talk too much crap. Guys, a little bit more somber topic right now. It is Police Remembrance Week this week. There's a lot of dissenting opinions about law enforcement. I'll tell you what. I work intimately with law enforcement. I've seen good cops. I've seen bad cops. I've seen in the middle. This week is all about law enforcement officers that laid down their life for you guys. So as you're going through this week, maybe just take 5 minutes, call the police department, thank them. Maybe grab a $20 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts or something, drop it off. Thank you, right? It doesn't take much to be kindness. It doesn't take much to be light in this dark world. And this week, we remember the people who put others first and died in the process. It's very, very heavy. It's very serious. So take it seriously and give it the weight it deserves. And reach out to the people who may be directly affected by this. You don't know. You don't know if your local department lost an officer a couple of years ago. You might not have that context. They might be struggling still. They might. And so this could be an awesome time to rally behind your locals. I mean, nobody's going to do more for you guys if you're more plugged in than them. We're intimately involved with all of our local departments here, and we love them. So shout out to everybody who's going to do that. You're awesome. Make sure that we appreciate the fallen law enforcement officers this week. We can't thank them enough for the sacrifice that they've given. Seriously. Moving on from that, guys, we have awesome opportunities still at Pecola. If you haven't seen the fact that we have new classes out at Pecola, Oklahoma, we've got a few slots left for this or next week. Honestly, guys, this is going to be awesome. We still have bleeding prevention courses, which is only about 3.5 hours. And it's pretty dang affordable. And we have CPR courses that are $85, and you get tools, right? So a lot of CPR courses $40, and you don't get anything, or you get a cheap keychain mask that's going to break and you're going to get vomit on you, which is not cool. We're going to give you an actual clamshell CPR respirator mask and show you guys how to use it and apply it there in the class. It's going to be great. I'm really excited about it, as well as you get to work with some really, really good instructors that'll probably tell you things that are outside of the curriculum that they should wait for a better class to tell you, but they just love giving you as much information as possible. So you guys usually walk away with a steal of a deal on the courses. What do you got over there, Dud?
Our brothers to the north, Iridium Group said, almost time for you guys to build an EMS jump kit, both soft and hard versions. Not sure what would go in the EMS kit, but we would have to talk to Cap and Christina. I think so, don't you know?
Gosh.
Don't you know?
I mean,
Gosh, if
That's what
only
we're all about, you know?
if only we had designed a kit around working motor vehicle accidents that you could jump out with, and
no.
planned on releasing it next month.
Oh.
That'd be weird.
Oh.
That'd be super. We would never do that.
Hey, you better stop this because Lauren will shut this down.
Yeah. Bobby Day said, I always take care of my local law enforcement and my guys at the fire department. Shout out to you, Bobby. You are awesome. I dig the name, by the way. I'm a Bobby myself. People don't call me that anymore, but
Hey, do they call you Bobby Digital?
no, they never called me Bobby. No, they never did.
Oh, Colin wants to know about that. No.
As a firefighter, do you have anything I could put in my turnout pockets?
Ooh.
Todd, I don't know what a turnout pocket is.
Come on over, Cap. Come on, Cap.
Oh, is that a cargo pocket? Yeah, absolutely we do. This is what I'm going to recommend right here. This is a slick kit. If you have a really big pocket, maybe a BPK, but I doubt it. A slick kit and a tourniquet. This right here has chest seals, compressed gauze, that's hemostatic, 4-inch ETD, gloves, and duct tape, all in a vacuum sealed container, so it's waterproof, right? So if you're out there spraying the hose attached to the truck, not inappropriate women, okay?
Well, you missed. Phelps brought out his pocket.
Yeah, the pocket will work too. The pocket has a little bit more capability in this, and it comes in a water-resistant pouch. This is a waterproof bag. understanding the difference, water resistant. We've hopped in lakes with those things, and they're still like all the components are good with the pocket, but I wouldn't go diving with it. This, you can take diving. There's not much air in here. It's vacuum sealed. You're probably not going to see a bunch of resistance or issues. So 100%. Hopefully that works. I hope that you can put that in your turnout pockets and that it works for you at the fire department. As always, guys, if you have questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. TikTok, we love your questions. Instagram, we love your questions. YouTube, no, I'm just joking. We love you too, YouTube. And don't forget the old Facebook and MySpace. What do you got?
Someone wants to know the difference between the whitetail and the SOB.
The whitetail and the SOB. Yeah, so the whitetail is going to have, well, we haven't really released the whitetail yet.
We haven't.
So
But we got something important that we needed.
What would that be?
happen.
So
Huh?
the main difference of the whitetail and the SOB is the construction of the outer bag. So for the Origin kits, we've actually double walled the bags to give them a little bit of different stability and rigidity. And is rigidity a word?
Or
Yeah.
you could use turgid.
Yeah. So the rigidity in the bag itself, as well as it's made out of the Raptor camo. So the whitetail is the SOB with a different build on the bag with the Raptor camo. And so the price will be reflected of that. And dude, that's a freaking sweet kit. Something that I learned for all you cool guys out there that might do night vision stuff, Origin Raptor camo is extremely good under nods. It does not give off a high IR signature, which is what you want, which you do not want to give off an IR signature, as well as it doesn't reflect, and it masks into the woods really, really well. So I'm excited. I'm trying to figure out how do I build a plate carrier or a chest rig out of Origin Raptor camo. It's just,
Well, it starts by getting fabric.
I have the fabric.
So next you need someone to stitch it.
Oh my gosh, where could I
We
find?
have one of those too.
What do you got over
So
there?
somebody talking about the pocket, Warsec Gibbs said, wish there's a little bit more versatility to add band-aids and burn cream to the pocket.
I have band-aids and burn.
He said he put some in his, but it's like almost.
It's tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the reasons being is we have a tendency to try to give you guys as much bang for your buck. It's not saying like you necessarily need to keep all those components in there. You can tune stuff to your first aid kit. You know, that's something I do all the time. Like my kits look different than every other kit, and that's just because of the way that I like to set stuff up. It doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it worse. It just means that the way my brain works is a little bit different. So I do have Band-Aids, and I do have burn cream, and I have sting relief in my pocket.
That
What you
also
got?
comes down to the way you pack it. My husband is Heath.
Yeah.
And he sat there and repacked the slick kit until he got it super thin.
Yeah.
So just sitting there and rearranging over and over till you get that right fit.
It really will be different if you put like, it depends if the 5x9 is on the bottom or on the top, and everything, like the shape matters. And so feel free to play with it a little bit. That is something that we've talked about, is adding into the pocket is like some Band-Aid capability and looking at maybe increasing the dimensions by like 2 to 3%. Just for that. So I appreciate that feedback. We're going to push it back over to the manufacturing team, see what they think about it. Maybe we work up a couple of demos, and yeah, send me over your name and your address. Maybe I'll send you a demo bag. You can test it out for us. Bob at Refuge Medical. We love your guys' feedback. Seriously, thank you for sending in that feedback. If you have any other comments or questions or anything, feel free to throw them in the chat, guys. We love to know what you're thinking about. What do you want to see from us?
You know what, Bob? Go to the community tab and I will put up a poll. You can tell us what you want to see.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Boom. We'll put up a
Simple.
poll. That's super easy. And that way you guys get to control the content. One of the reason that we do this is for you, right? We don't have a big YouTube. We don't have a big Instagram. We don't have a big TikTok or anything like that. We make content because we want people to know about this stuff, not because it's super profitable. That's not the game for us. If we wanted to be profitable and make trillions of dollars, we would have gone into a completely different industry. We want to save lives, and so that's where y'all come in, because we don't know what we don't know. And so if you continue to inform us and continue to fuel us with innovative ideas, we then can bring your innovative ideas to life, which could potentially save people's lives, which is just the coolest stuff. We've had people send in ankle rigs. We've had people make modifications to their kits that ended up being permanent modifications to the kit. I mean, seriously, without you guys, it's huge. I can't express it enough how much we need you. So we'll have time for a couple more comments. What time is it? Yeah. So we have time for a couple more questions. We'll do 2 more questions. So if you have a question, throw it in the chat below. As always, we love you guys. And this is an opportunity for you to ask hard questions and us to give you the honest truth, regardless of our emotional feelings about it. So if you have any questions, feel free to throw it in the chat. I'd love to get a TikTok question. I love TikTok. TikTok, you are just so interesting to me, how like the Chinese run you and we just continue to use you as a platform. This thing is loose. I will say though, the Raptors, they have the best case for their shears. Like you don't think so?
I don't use it.
Oh, you don't use it?
We like the case. We just don't.
Yeah, I bet you'd use it if you like had a plate carrier.
Probably.
Yeah, you'd like put it on like
Yeah, Sog only has a soft pouch.
Oh yeah.
Danik Andrew asked, when is the ankle kit rolling out? Boy, wouldn't you like to know?
So would we.
So would we. No, so here's the issue. We're not going to make the same ankle kit that everybody else makes. And so that means that we're doing it differently, and we're coming at it with a different flavor and a different taste, which means it needs to be tested. And so we're currently in the T&E process. Actually, we're not in the T&E process. We're in the R&D process, which comes before the T&E process. And thus far, we're just in the I'm going to break 64 different iterations of ankle kits process. We just are trying to make it right for you guys. I want it to be comfortable. I want it to be capable. And I don't want it to be boring or bland. We talked about maybe using... No, I'm not going to say that because that'll give it away. Yep. Nope, I'm not going to say that. We're working on it, though, actively for you. We are. The Refuge litter should be coming out here in the next 60 days. I'd say 45, but we'll say 60 because stuff goes wrong. So the Refuge basic litter, the RBL, is coming out here shortly, and then we'll have the RAL, which is the Refuge Advanced litter, coming out hopefully in the next 6 months. That's going to be a completely different product, unlike any litter we've ever sold. So watch for that, because that's going to be freaking cool. I'm very pumped about the RAL. I'm going to start carrying that opposed to the Foxtrot. The Foxtrot is a litter through TACMed Solutions. I love it. It's like a big sled. They give you a huge piece of tubular nylon on the front, so you can run it up and like pull it and basically create like a sled dog team of people carrying your litter, and you can drag them out of wherever you are. If it's a wilderness medicine solution or situation, or if it's like if you're a law enforcement officer, if you're a first responder, or dude, even if you're just like some guys out there, rucking in the woods, super useful. What you got over there?
What do we have that you can keep in your pocket for trauma but pocket size?
Oh my gosh, today is a pocket type of day. This is the slit kit. That's a great question. I love the fact that you're thinking about everyday trauma carry. So this is what I recommend. This is smaller than my wallet. And so here's my wallet right here, right? And here's the slit kit. And so my wallet is wider than this, right? And this guy fits perfectly, right? In the old back pocket. If I can find my back pocket. Sits right there. It actually kind of like naturally curves, which like if you have a butt, like your butt will usually curve. And so it kind of sits like that, which is beautiful. It's completely unnoticeable. It's not heavy. It probably weighs like maybe 6 to 8 ounces, if that. I'll take that. We also have, and so in this you have Halo chest seals, combat gauze, an ETD, gloves, and flat duct tape, as well as you have the plastic itself, which can be utilized for a bunch of different things. And then we also have the pocket. So the pocket is a little bit bigger, and it comes in a nylon pouch. This is water resistant, not waterproof. We've had guys go swimming in lakes with these, and they stayed good. Like, they really did. This has similar capability, but we also have an S-Mark bandage in here, and we have some rolled gauze. It's a little different. I like this a lot, too, because I add stuff and take stuff out a lot. It's open, and now I'm using it. I carry stuff in here and get in there every day, which is great. And then, as always, I recommend that you carry, at a minimum, 1 Committee on TCCC recommended tourniquet. What do you got?
Speaking of that, Wilderness Bushcraft is there a Pocket 2.0 coming out at some point? Would love to be able to attach a tourniquet. Like that seems like it would defeat the purpose in adding so much more onto it.
Yeah, the struggle is so like we designed this with like we literally took I think it was like 33, 34 different pairs of cargo pants and cargo shorts and looked at the dimension of the pockets. And so if we start attaching a tourniquet to this, that's going to change everything. What I recommend you do for your EDC is keep your tourniquet separate from the pocket. And I carry a soft tee because it compresses down a little bit smaller. It's a little bit easier to carry every day. And then this guy, you could run it in the same pocket or you put it in maybe your back pocket or in your front pocket. It's a little bit different, but then, it's not as bulky or connected. It's not going to catch on things. One of the things is this is pack cloth, and so it doesn't bind against other fabrics. It's like slides, like it's very slippery, and so it comes out of your pocket really quick. We didn't want to like use ballistic nylon because that can bunch up and get stuck. We wanted it to slip like right out of the pocket, So yeah, I don't think we're gonna do a tourniquet attachment for. We are looking at a 2.0 for the pocket, but that's not the reason for it. What do you got?
Okay, I have 3 things.
Send it.
First thing is just a statement. I was inspired by you guys to and taught Stop the Bleed for the first time last week. Got bleeding prevention kits in 3 people's hands. Taught 17 people. That is freaking awesome.
Please reach out to us at Refuge Training. I'd like to talk to you more about that.
Okay.
And see if I can't help you with some stuff.
This is something that I talked to this person, or this happened on the community page, and I talked to Christina about it. Crazy8 wants to know, what do you guys think about the mounting of the arc on the passenger headrest? I put mine there, and you guys posted a pic of it last week. I got some flack for it in the comments. And I talked to Christina about that. Christina, you want to come over and tell them what you told me? Because we had somebody in the comments say, that's going to become like, basically acted like it was going to become a projectile weapon if you got in a car wreck. And Christina, who is our resident EMT, had some words for it.
Now, understand, Christina's never been to a car accident before. She's never seen one. So she has no context. What do you got, Chris?
So what I say on that issue is anything in your vehicle can be a projectile.
Yeah.
But because it is on the back of your headrest doesn't mean it's going to be a projectile. If your headrest is going to come off, it's going to come off with it on or off the headrest.
Yeah.
I mean,
also we do provide double straps that you can 100% wrench down.
Believe me, they're hard to get off.
Well, so like here's something to understand, right? Like this is what attaches to the headrest, right? And you have these 2 long straps, like so.
And forget the haters.
Right? So you have these 2 long straps. One runs vertical, one runs horizontal. One runs vertical, one runs horizontal around the headrest and attaches the backer plate right here to it, right? Then at that point, so it's already secured on the headrest, okay? Then at that point, you attach your first aid kit, okay? It's hook and loop. It holds right there. But because we want it to be extra secure, we're going to do another buckle on the clip. If you can get this thing off of there by inertia, the person will not be in the car.
Correct.
Like, honestly, the person is ejected.
Yeah.
I just don't see how this can get separated and the person not explode.
I don't know if maybe they thought it was going to add weight to the headrest and then the headrest come out. But like Christina said, if it's going to come out, like,
yeah. And haters are going to hate.
Haters going to hate, bro. Let it. They hate us because they ain't us.
It wasn't a hateful comment. It was more like they wanted to advise, Okay,
and one more thing to that too. Something to ask yourself, and this is just something I've been doing a lot. Source data, right? Because we live in a world of internet experts. So if somebody's sitting there and they give you lengthy amounts of advice. This is going to fly off the headrest because this, and this reason. Super simple. If you feel as though you must engage with that person, which I understand that compulsion there, just ask them, hey, where are you coming from with this? Like, honestly, do they have any experience? Are they first responders? And maybe they are. Maybe they have a ton of experience and they've seen, so many headrests fly through the window. And if you have, could you reach out to me? I'd love to have that source data. I really would. But figuring out if people even know what they're talking about. And are you letting people live in your head rent free? Don't let them do that. Don't give them that power over your life. Anytime that you try to take action to be more independent and more prepared to help people, the enemy's going to try to get in there and mess it up. So just use that food for thought. Don't let the old jerk face Satan get in there. What else we got, Lauren?
Someone said, "Are Refuge medical drink koozies a thing? Flash
Oh!
shells could be one of the dankest products, apart from kitten tourniquets, of course." Bob.
So the drink koozies are not a thing, but we have something that's coming that's kind of similar to that. I'm not gonna tease too much because it's not far away, and I kind of want it to drop out of nowhere. So yeah, Alpha Charlie's concept said people seriously overthink things. Yeah, people will not carry a first aid kit because they think that it's gonna kill them. Like, dude, it's literally designed to save you. Like they get caught in their own heads. Break out of that space. Talk to people that know what they're speaking about, and then don't speak if you don't know. One of the most powerful 3 words you can say is "I don't know," because that is the first step in learning something. If you say "I know," you'll never learn. I promise. We got any more comments or questions? Nothing? Are we good?
Let them know. I put up on the community page. We want to know posts.
Yeah, go to the community page on YouTube and let us know what you're thinking about. And you don't have to do it right now. Maybe set a little timer. Be like, man, how many companies are telling you directly? This is me telling you. If you're watching this, I'm talking directly to you. We want to know what you want. We care about your opinion. It's very important to us. It's very, very important at the executive level of this company, of this enterprise, what you think. It matters. So please go to the YouTube community page and let us know. The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the in the middle, all that stuff. We want to hear it. So thank you guys so much. As always, this has been the Refuge HQ live stream. We love you. We appreciate you. We couldn't do this stuff without you. And carry an effing tourniquet. We love you guys.